Hey friends! A couple years ago, I made a video giving advice on how to buy a toilet, and apparently my hottest take is that I would never buy a skirted toilet. So I wanted to make a video explaining all the reasons why I would not buy a skirted toilet. So first, to remind you what a skirted toilet is, it's one where the sides go kind of straight down from the bowl of the toilet to the floor. So it has a nice streamlined look. And when you talk about the pros of a skirted toilet, that's one of the biggest. It just looks nice. It looks clean and sleek. And a lot of people argue that it's easier to clean because it doesn't have all the nooks and crannies to get dusty like a traditional toilet. And to me, that's sort of where the pros end. It looks nicer, and maybe it's easier to clean, but maybe not. So let's talk about the cons. The first is they don't fit in every bathroom. I actually was looking into them for one bathroom and measured and realized there's no way it was gonna go. The skirted bottoms are a lot larger, so you have to have enough room to be able to get that in the bathroom and not run into the water line. A lot of times the water lines are right behind the toilet, or they sometimes come out of the floor right next to the toilet. And a lot of times the skirted toilets are not gonna fit with where the water line is. The second negative is they are a lot harder to install compared to a traditional toilet. With a traditional, the bolts go right through the bottom straight into the floor, but with the skirted kind, there tends to be a small hole on the side that you have to stick a tool through to bolt them into the floor. If you go on plumbers forums, you will see lots of hate for skirted toilets for exactly this reason. It's hard to get them on the floor just right and get them sealed so that you don't have anything leaking out of the bottom. Another problem is that leaks can be hidden by that skirt on the bottom of the toilet. I don't know about you, but if I have a leak around my toilet, I want to know immediately, not sometime later when the water gets really bad. Another huge disadvantage to me is that some skirted toilets do not allow you access to the bolts for the toilet seat. That means that if your toilet seat breaks, you have to uninstall the entire toilet and take it off the floor just to be able to replace the toilet seat. And remember, installing skirted toilets is more involved than a traditional toilet. I don't know about you, but I replace toilet seats a lot more often than I replace toilets. I do not want to go through all that hassle just to replace a seat. And what about that cleaning claim, that it's easier to clean a skirted toilet? Well, some people argue that skirted toilets can actually hide the gunk that slides under the toilet, and you have a lot more space underneath the toilet to hide those things you'd like to get clean. And lastly, skirted toilets tend to be more expensive than similar standard toilets. But on top of that, if you're going to hire a plumber to install it, they're often going to charge you a higher installation fee because skirted toilets are harder to install. And remember, you might also have to rehire a plumber just to replace your toilet seat. Why would I pay more money for something that's going to cause me way more hassle? Next up, watch my video about all the mistakes you need to avoid when you're buying a new toilet. And if you like this video, please give me a subscribe. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate it.